Okay guys, quick update with Bitcoin. We could be looking at some downside soon. I want to show you why this is the case. We're going to cover a few charts. Guys, if you don't mind leaving a like, I'd appreciate it. If you want to subscribe and take notification bell so when I put up videos, you're notified. Go ahead and do that. I would appreciate it. It does help out the channel. Guys, you can get leverage trading. Coincatch is a great option. If you want to sign up, that link's pinned in the first comment description. They're having all kinds of incentives to sign up, airdrops and giveaways or whatnot up until Thanksgiving. So take advantage of that while you can. This tutorial video I put up teaching you how to create an account, transfer funds to your account, do leverage trading, how to use all the tools. Most importantly, guys, I go over market price versus mark price and limit price. So regardless what exchange you're using, it's worth watching this tutorial video. I'll put a link up to it now. So in Discord, I was talking about, this was yesterday. As usual, guys, it's good to pay attention whenever they print or mint more tether. Typically, it's going to push price up. That's why I said heads up, 1 billion USDT minted. Looks like they want to take out some liquidity above. And then price started pushing up. And I was showing some support levels. And I was mentioning this fib channel. Every time we cross this fib channel, I had moved a line over to it. So, and I'll explain this in just a sec. It looks like we have some downside when we cross this blue fib channel. That's why I'm talking fast. I want to get this up quick. You can see we came down, we broke this support, found perfect. We broke this support right here, this fib line here. We found support and we pushed up. So that's what we're paying attention to right now. Notice we just crossed it. This line is the one I'm referencing right here. And you're like, well, what is this mess I'm looking at right now? Let me make this white and bright so you can see it. So this line right here, if you'll notice, every time we cross one of these fib channels, and if you go back and watch the previous video, I'll put a link up to it now. I did create this. I showed you how I created it. I just want to show you every time we crossed one of these. Notice we crossed this one, we dropped. We crossed this, 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 we dropped. Well, notice we broke this support level right here. But take note, we found support right on this fib channel line and this blue line that I have outlined with this white line. So when we get an hourly open or close past this point, that would be a point to short, just because every time we cross one of these fib lines, we get some downside. We could push up higher. I'm just saying when we cross this point, wherever we cross it, that might be a point to open a scalp short. That is just on the smaller time frames. So just to show you, if we drop down, again, we could find support, but I think once we cross this point, just like these other ones, we're probably going to come down and test the bottom of the next fib channel line, which could be around, and we're at 88,288, and we have support levels below. Just want to show you that, guys. This is just for a scalp short. If you're holding along from below, you know, it's up to you what you want to do. But most importantly, what I'm going to cover is a BLX chart. This post was made, guys, I had to search for this and go way back. This was on 6/30/2023. So this was quite a while ago I made this post. This was a BLX chart, and again, these fib circles have been here for a while. And take note, this green ring and this white ring. So, you know, at one point we were talking about we're coming up on this fib circle. This would be a point to short. And notice we moved down it. And I was showing what could happen. We could push up, test this green ring, get rejected, and come down. Notice this is 31,684. And if we go to the actual chart, you can see right here, this is the same thing. You can see if we compare the green ring and this gray ring and this price here, and you look here, see it's the same thing, 31,672. Notice you got rejected, this ring came down to support. We got rejected, this ring came down, broke above, and pushed up. Well, if we move over to this point here, it is no coincidence. And again, if I zoom out, take note, you can see that the top of this channel, or the top of this trend line, is our previous high in April 2021, previous high in October 21. And take note, it is no coincidence. And see how well price respected these rings. So if we go back really quick and just show you this. So this is the same fib circle right here. This one, when I move this, just take notes, when I move this, you can see when I move it, it's all the same fib circle. So take note, we got rejected at this one, right? And rejected, came down to support, we broke above it, and we pushed up, right? The next one was different. It played out as support. Instead of getting rejected at it, this ring just became support. We just kind of rode down it, got one more test, and pushed up. Well, we are at the next ring, and it's just, maybe it's a complete coincidence, I do not know, but we are right at that ring, right where this trend line intersects, right? So if you take trend line from our previous two highs, and you take it to this point, we're right at this ring and right at that trend line. Now, some of you might not believe in these fib circles, but look, I'm telling you, look, we're either going to get a massive drop from this point, or if we hold above this point, maybe the same thing that happened here. Maybe if we push above, right? So maybe if we push above and hold as support, hold as support, hold as support. We'll push up, break our previous high, and go much higher. There's a lot of liquidity at 100K. I think a lot of people are expecting us to push that high, but it's also possible to play out like that previous ring, so it's something to pay attention to. This ring, we hit it and got rejected and came down. All right, we know we have a gap below. That is a possibility, so all I'm saying is pay attention. This ring, we pushed above, held as support, and then we pushed higher. So this ring, we're waiting to see if we push above it. All right, so right now, just to show you, and again, this is the BLX chart, the Bitcoin Liquid Index. Take note, right here, the resistance for that ring is 91,023. The resistance level is around 92,000. We'll just say 93,000. So we're waiting to see if we get above or get a rejection. If you look down here, you will notice that we are way overextended on the, this is the MACD. This is another version right here. You can see that typically what happens once we break this, there's a, I don't know if you can see it, but there's a yellow moving average right in the center. Typically once you break that point, it turns red, we go down. Break it, turns red, we go down, same thing. We're about to potentially break that point. So I'm just saying we're at a very key resistance level. To me, chancing a short here can't hurt. Just have a stop below at a certain point. I'm just going to stop above at a certain point. Obviously, if we get above this point and start holding support, yes, we're probably going much higher. You know, there is liquidity up around 100K. Could take a while to get to that point, but we need to pay attention. The Dow is also coming down as well. So not just this, we also have the CME, as I mentioned in the previous video. This is our previous high back in, again, April 21st. Another high November. Let's see, this was April 2021. This was November 2021. You connect it, the CME, we're right at that resistance. Don't forget, we still have that gap down below. Not saying we have to come down and fill it, but it looks like the Dow is already doing that now. If we look at the DXY, pay attention to our support at 105.8. If that breaks and comes down, well, Bitcoin's probably going to push higher. If this support holds for the DXY, then we've got some more upside for the DXY. And again, typically if the DXY pushes up, that could be bearish for Bitcoin. It seems like right now Bitcoin is just kind of ignoring the DXY, but we'll have to see. As far as the Dow, I told you guys to pay attention to this ring, as well as another chart. I said this could be resistance for us to push to get rejected and come down. Take note, we've already broken a key support level, so it looks like we are coming down to fill that gap. And this to fill this gap on the Dow is down around 42,279. So again, this is a gap I was referring to. If you watched our previous video, I showed you how Bitcoin goes out of its way to fill those gaps. That's what these lines represent right here. Price came down to fill the gap. And you can see right here, price just goes out of its way to fill these gaps. There's a gap from here to here, price pushed up, filled that gap, again, on the way up, on the way down. So just something to pay attention to. The CME resistance is around 94,500. And the BLX, again, it's around 91,000. I'm just saying there's a lot of resistance, and it's no coincidence that we're at a ring at resistance. So it could play out a number of ways. I'm just saying that it's kind of make or break right now. I'm waiting to see if we hold above this ring as support. That would be bullish up to 100K. If we get rejected and this becomes resistance, we could come down to support. But because we do have a gap below, that is something to pay attention to. And this is the D1 chart. We're just kind of just moving, we're in a pattern right now. Do we break to the upside? Do we break to the downside? I can tell you next key support level low is around 86,538. This is probably near where the central Bollinger Band is going to be, around 83,500. But most importantly, guys, your most critical support down below is around, depending when we make contact, around 78,000. And if we push up, guys, there's a lot of liquidity up around 95,000, 96,000. If we get above that, then obviously we're headed to 100K. Again, we'll just have to see how this plays out. But we are so overextended with the MACD. Now, this isn't always the most dependable. The MACD isn't always accurate, but typically when we get across, we're up near really critical resistance. The RSIs are overextended, the MACDs are overextended. You get across, typically we get a drop, and just because we have that gap below, guys, I'm just saying be cautious. But if we do hold above, 95K, we take out that liquidity and we hold above it as support, then guys, we're headed much higher. But just be cautious. We have the indices coming down. We have a gap below for the Dow. I'm sure it's the same for the NASDAQ, the S&P. And prices keeps pushing up. So I'm not saying it's a trap. I'm just saying pay attention to the signs. They are there. We are way overextended, about to get across. And again, it's for me, just seeing how we are getting rejected right at this ring. And again, this has been here for years. We hit that ring and got a rejection, and it just so happens that ring is right where our resistance level is from our previous two highs. So to me, that's something to pay attention to. So if we get above, hold support, expect us to go higher. But again, to me, this looks like a point to at least open a scalp short. And then once we hit a major support level, then go long from there. How about, guys, that's pretty much it. Again, if you want to get leverage trading, if you want to sign up for Coincatch, that link's pinned in the first comment description. Make sure you watch this tutorial video. Regardless what exchange you use, you might learn a few things. And I'll be making a new tutorial soon when they implement their new features that I talked about in this video, which should be pretty soon. And guys, if you want to sign up to get access to these charts or Discord, well, charts and Discord, if you want to sign up, make sure you email me through the contact page on the website. I'll send you the Discord invite link. Again, I have tutorials teaching my charting method and have stocks as well. Guys, that's it. Trade safe, trade smart, and let's see what happens. Because I told everybody in Discord, I said, look, even if we break this red line right here, pay attention. This is the line we're watching. If we cross this point, just seeing how price interacted with the previous fib lines, and guys, this is what I'm talking about right here. These lines right here. Again, this one right here. Every time we cross it, we get a drop. Yes, we do push back up, but it does seem like once we cross this blue line right here, that we could have some downside. And I'm talking about hourly opens past. So right now, be long as long as we are above this point right here. As long as we're above this point, stay long. But once we cross that line, I think the same thing will play out. Every time we cross one of these fib lines, we'll probably drop down to the next fib line. So that's what we're watching and paying attention to. Guys, that's it. Trade safe, trade smart. I'm out.